Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And now running right through it. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, here's Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw on second down is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Carr now on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Go, Chief. Purdue. Low.
Carr now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And Owen coughed it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey, 6:37. Hey, 7:34.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and throwing.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders Raiders have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on second down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nelson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Carr to throw on second down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Carr drops it to Jones in the flat, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. 29. Again, it's Carr. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. Either cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the toss, Lewis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
On 2nd down, Darnold. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
We got 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, the spin. Dumps it off to Mixon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's a give to Mixon. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And the Colts coming out now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on 1st down is Carr, buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Gone. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A final shot before the break. Darnold steps away to his left. Going deep here for Allen. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's flushed out left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Hey. 694. 618.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. The give is to Jones. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Ronald Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Toss play to Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now it's Darnold being chased out left. He may try and run for this, and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
8 yards there on a 1st down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
Carr now on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. George Kittle, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are in for 6. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Darnold. He finds his target, Fuller. And again the footwork. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 45 yards. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watching now, Barney, Barney. Watching now, Barney, Barney.
On the toss, Mixon. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now, Barney, Barney.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He'll try and sneak it here. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Watching now, Barney, Barney.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Here we go.
They toss to Mixon. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, boys, got 4. 4 down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Play.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff to Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make...
It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
93. 93. Right now. Come here. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
OP.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Darnold on first down. To Mixon on the check down. Fights free at the 5. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
Second and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. He needed 2. He only got 1 on the sneak, and that's going to lead us to a 4th and 1.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, 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 hey. Go down. Check.
Over.
They run for it with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
Back to 99 Philly. Here we go. Over.
Kill. Turn up. Motion.
They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will now as as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there. Carter Nelson, and even 40 yards.
Who's right? You got 56 there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Cohen, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Once again, they run with Mixon. Bust through the tackle. Pushing tacklers aside. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Raiders on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's the Raiders punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Darnold. On the crossing route, complete. It's Fuller. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
808. Down. 280. Wait.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a first down on that last catch as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
7:34. Monday, down.
On first down, Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19. Over.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Lynch, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Raiders escape with a victory. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did.